someone stopped by right as I was getting ready to sit down and do this. And so I had to take care of a customer real quick. And not to worry. I just want to quickly remind you all that today, this part is just going to be a reading of this after a short preamble. I probably won't say much afterwards. I'll say maybe a word or two, but not much. And the idea of this, hail Quinn, the idea of this is to simply maybe expose people to this kind of literature that have never been exposed to this type of literature before. You know, it's to let people see that there's something great out there. There really is. A lot of the times, the modern stuff that we have, you don't find it. But I tell you what, Melville, excuse me, Melville and Dumas and Dickens, and these were real people. These were people that wrote excellent novels, excellent works of fiction that have stood the test of time and lasted. So if we all remember yesterday, we started right at the beginning of Ahab's speech on the quarterdeck. See, he did something that's very rarely done unless it's an emergency of some kind. He mustered all of the crew aft. He got everybody aft, right where his quarterdeck is, where he walks, where only the mates and the captain usually are. And a foremast hand, he would not walk across that deck unless called, because the chances are he'd take a lashing. And so here we are. I will start again right at the spot where we ended yesterday. I will start with Starbuck's last words. Ahab's speech on the quarterdeck, Act 2. God keep me, keep us all, murmured Starbuck lowly. But in his joy at the enchanted, tact acquiescence of the mate, Ahab did not hear his foreboding invocation, nor yet the low laugh from the hold, nor yet the presaging vibrations of the winds in the cordage, nor yet the hollow flap of the sails against the masts, as for a moment their hearts sank in. For again, Starbuck's downcast eyes lighted up with the stubbornness of life. The subterranean laugh died away. The winds blew on. The sails filled out. The ship heaved and rolled as before. Ah, ye admonitions and warnings, why stay ye not when ye come? But rather, ye are predictions than warnings, ye shadows. Yet not so much predictions from without as verifications of the foregoing things within. For with little external to constrain us, the innermost necessities in our being, these still drive us on. The measure, cried Ahab. Receiving the brimming pewter and turning to the harpooneers, he ordered them to produce their weapons. Then ranging them before him near a capstan, with the harpoons in their hands, while his three mates stood at his side with their lances, and the rest of the ship's company formed a circle around the group. He stood for an instant, searchingly eyeing every man of his crew. But those wild eyes met him as the bloodshot eyes of the prairie wolves meet the eyes of their leader ere he rushes on at their head in the trail of the bison, but alas, only to fall into the hidden snare of the Indian. Drink and pass, he cried, handing the heavy charge flagon to the nearest seaman. The crew alone now drink. Round with it, round. Short draughts, long swallows, men. 'Tis hot as Satan's hoof. So it goes round excellently. It spiralizes in ye, forks out at the serpent's snapping eye. Well done, almost drained. That way it went, this way it comes. Hand it me. Here's a hollow. Men, ye seem the years, so brimming life is gulped and gone. Steward, refill! Attend now, me braves. I have mustered ye all around this capstan, and ye mates, flank me with your lances, and ye harpooneers, stand there with ye irons, and ye stout mariners, ring me in. that I may in some way sort of revive a noble custom of my fisherman fathers before me. O men, you will yet see that. Hey, boy, come back. Bad pennies come not sooner. Hand it me. Why, now this pewter had run brimming again, wert not thou Saint Vitus' imp. Away, thou egg. Advance, ye mates. Cross your lances before me. Well done. Let me touch the axis. So saying, with extended arm, he grasped the 3 level radiating lances at their cross center. While doing so, suddenly and nervously twitched them. Meanwhile, glancing intently from Starbuck to Staub, from Staub to Flask, it seemed as though by some nameless interior volition, he would fain have shocked them into the same fiery emotion accumulated within the laden jar of his own magnetic life. The 3 mates quailed before his strong, sustained, and mystic aspect. Stubb and Flask looked sideways from him. The honest eye of Starbuck fell downright. In vain, cried Ahab, but maybe 'tis well. For did ye 3 but once take the full forced shock, then mine own electric thing, that had perhaps expired from out me. Perchance, too, it would have dropped ye dead. And perchance ye need it not. Down, lances, and now, ye mates, I do appoint ye 3 cupbearers to my 3 pagan kinsmen there. Yon 3 most honorable gentlemen and noblemen, my valiant harpooneers. Disdain the task? Ha ha! What, when the great Pope washes the feet of beggars, using his tiara for a ewer? Oh, my sweet cardinals, your own condescension, that shall bind ye to it. I do not order ye, ye will it. Cut your seizings and draw the pulls, ye harpooneers. Silently obeying the order, the 3 harpooneers now stood with their detached iron part of their harpoons, some 3 feet long, held, barbs up, before him. Stab me not with that keen steel, cant them over. Know ye not the goblet end? Turn up the socket. So, now ye cup-bearers, advance. The irons, take them. Hold them while I fill. Forthwith, slowly going from one officer to the other, he brimmed the harpoon sockets with the fiery waters from the pewter. Now 3 to 3 ye stand. Command the murderous chalices. Bestow them, ye who are now made parties to this indissoluble league. Ha! Starbuck! But the deed is done. Yon ratifying sun now waits to sit upon it. Drink, ye harpooneers! Drink and swear, ye men, that man the deathful whaleboat's bow. Death to Moby Dick! God hunt us all if we do not hunt Moby Dick to his death! The long barbed steel goblets were lifted to cries and maledictions against the whale. The spirits were simultaneously quaffed down with a hiss. Starbuck paled and turned and shivered. Once more, and finally, the replenished pewter went rounds among the frantic crew. When waving his free hand to them, they all dispersed, and Ahab retired within his cabin. Thank you so much for indulging me. I don't want to say much more because I don't want to edit this. I need to get ready for the show tonight. We'll be doing a satirical show, and I don't want to take too much away from this. Let's remember that if we're not careful, madmen could involve us in a monomaniacal, I couldn't say it yesterday either, in a monomaniacal plot. We could find ourselves embroiled in something that we can't get out of. We need to be vigilant. We need to stand up for what's right. And remember, if you're here in the States, free Adam Kokesh. If you're there in the beloved Mother Island, Britannia, free Count Dankula. And remember, folks, be good to your friends, be good to your family members, be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seems to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because constant viewers, my beloved friends, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and your very freedom it may depart from you.